Today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to create viral thumbnails that will help grow your channel and garner over millions and millions of views using an AI tool and software known as Pexels, which is by far one of the best thumbnail generators and AI thumbnail makers out there. As you guys could see, there's already over 400,000 users, and there is tons of massive YouTube channels that are already utilizing these tools to help increase their thumbnail production and quality. And I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to actually use Pexels so you guys can see if you want to use it for yourselves for YouTube automation, branded channels, or really just whatever you're doing in terms of YouTube video production. So as you guys could see, this is a quick example, but basically all you have to do is type in a prompt of basically what you want your thumbnail to be. And within 30 seconds to a minute, Pexels will generate you an image. I actually generated this earlier before I started recording because I thought I was recording. And the prompt I typed was have a fit guy riding a bike in the middle of a desert for a video titled, "I rode my bike across America." And this is what Pexels actually generated, which honestly, for something that it makes in 30 seconds, it's already pretty banger. The colors, the contrast, very captivating. This would definitely stand out along other thumbnails in competition in the sub box and homepage. And I'm also just going to show you guys another quick example. So the prompt I'm typing now is a guy jumping from a plane with a nice sunset in the background and a cool parachute on for a video titled, "I skydived 10 times in one day." We're going to hit click, and from here it'll actually start generating. Again, it usually takes about 30 seconds to a minute. It will actually stay at 0% and then fully complete it all at once. So once Pexels generates this, we're going to see what it gave us, and then I'm going to show you guys some of the other tools Pexels actually has, like the Recreate tool and also Face Swap, which are both very useful for elevating your thumbnails. All right, and there we go. After about a minute of waiting, this is what Pexels actually generated and gave us. It is literally a guy skydiving. You could see it clearly shows that he is above the clouds with a really beautiful and pretty realistic looking sunset. And one thing that's noticeable here, that if you guys were to try to make this in Photoshop would be very difficult, is the lighting. The lighting looks very realistic. You could literally see the sunset reflecting on his glasses. You could tell that some of the colors from the sunset are actually showing on his face. And if you were to do this in Photoshop, as someone who has been doing YouTube for over 10 years and used to make thumbnails the old school way, this would be very difficult to make yourself, just to make it look very realistic with the lighting. Now, of course, if you wanted to add some subtle details, if you wanted to have the plane off in the background flying around, or some blimps, or add a parachute or something, you can obviously tell it to alter this or add extra prompts to make it revamp it. But again, this is just a basic showcase of how the thumbnail generator actually works. And within a few minutes and a few button clicks, you could literally generate some very high quality images and thumbnails for some banger ideas. Now, the other tool I wanted to show you guys is the Recreate and Face Swap tool that are also extremely useful, especially if you guys are trying to replicate other channels' thumbnails. And of course, a prime example of that is Mr. Beast. If you guys scroll through his thumbnails, he has a very distinct design and pattern that he uses for a lot of his video thumbnails. And of course, Mr. Beast is one of the most successful creators out there, averaging 200 to 300 million views a video. So clearly this style of thumbnail is working for him. And I'm actually going to use this thumbnail right here as an example for the $1 versus $250,000 vacation, where it actually shows Jimmy in front of a golden hotel and water slide where it looks like he's on a luxurious vacation. I actually downloaded this thumbnail already and already put it into Pexels. And as you guys can see, using the face swap feature, I was actually able to take the entire thumbnail from Mr. Beast and face swap it with a completely new face, which obviously in your guys' case could be your face, or if you're running a faceless YouTube channel, you can simply use the Recreate tool, which I also did in this instance, and completely change the background, but it still has that Mr. Beast feel, and you still take inspiration from his original thumbnail that is proven to work. So this is a very, very good tool if you guys are trying to make similar thumbnails to other competitors in your niches, but using the Recreate tool, you can change it enough to where you don't really have to worry about copying it too close or any copyright issues. If you take a look at this, it obviously changed the design of the palace and slides behind, and I also told it to add some islands in the background. So this version of the thumbnail is a lot different than the original, but it still has that same viral, crazy look that will make your click-through rate skyrocket and hopefully help your videos go viral and get more views altogether, all while literally doing it with a few clicks of a button, which normally, if you were going to try to recreate this using Photoshop or Canva or just by hand, this would take hours and hours, and you would need a lot of experience to make something that looks this great just based off of the original YouTube thumbnail. Pixels also has a title generator, but honestly, I don't really use that feature too much. It's just a bonus if you guys want some title ideas or inspiration for videos, or if you have a good thumbnail idea, you could ask it to give you some titles that fit. But that is basically all you guys need to know about Pixels. For those of you guys that are going to check it out, I have a link down in the description. Click it. It'll take you to Pixels. You guys could see here there is 3 different pricing packages, and of course you do get a free trial. So I definitely recommend trying the free trial, generating some thumbnails, getting a feel for it so you guys could see if you want to pay for it yourselves. And if you are, I definitely recommend getting the premium package, as 1,800 thumbnails per year is more than enough for those of you guys running a few different channels. Unless you have a massive network of hundreds of channels posting daily, you might want to go the ultimate plan, but premium is the best bet. Tons of credits, you never have to worry about running out. And that is how I personally make viral YouTube thumbnails using AI with the Pixel software.